What's good, boxing fans? So it seems as if we have some breaking news from Floyd Money Mayweather himself, as he has officially or unofficially announced his next opponent for September 13th. And like many of us thought, it is Marcos Maidana. They will be having the rematch September 13th. From the rumor mill, there is talks that this fight potentially could take place at the Barclays Center. Now, Floyd Mayweather hasn't fought outside of Las Vegas, let alone the MGM Grand, since 2007 when he fought Oscar De La Hoya. So this would be a change of pace for Floyd Mayweather, fighting on the East Coast in what is considered the Mecca of boxing. Not Madison Square Garden, but New York City itself. And it will obviously, the Barclays Center, I have no doubt if the fight is made there, it would be a sellout. Now, as far as the actual fight itself, this was a fight that it's kind of weird. It's a fight where the loser almost left the winner with the fans. Because I think with Floyd Mayweather, he's so good that in the case where somebody gives him a good fight, he almost comes out of there like on a higher pedestal than what he was before. And it was one of the rare cases. Now, let me just say that I thought Floyd won the fight clearly. I'm not one of these people who thought Maidana won the fight. I had it 116, 112 for Floyd in a tough, gritty fight. But I think this is just a situation, really, man, that Floyd, and I've mentioned this in prior videos, Floyd Mayweather is just really out of big-name opponents to fight. And this is a fight, I think some of the boxing fans are calling for, but I don't think in hindsight, and even for me, I've seen the fight 3 or 4 times, and Floyd won that fight. You know what I mean? I personally at this point would much rather see a Cotto rematch, but I understand why they're doing the Maidana rematch. Now, the first fight, as was reported, we never got official numbers, but there were talks that the fight did 850,000 buys, which for Floyd Mayweather isn't a huge number or a big number in relation to the 1.4s and the 2.4s and the 2.2s that the guy has put out against obvious opposition that would create those type of numbers. So Mayweather's in a bit of a bind in like I said, in relation to really capturing the audience and capturing the excitement and the anticipation beyond just like fans of Floyd Mayweather. Besides a fight with Manny Pacquiao, a lot of these fights are really just I don't want to say exhibitions, but they're just fights that Floyd Mayweather is just heavily favored in, and he's just giving the next guy an opportunity. So is this fight going to do better than the first fight? After seeing the fight the first time, I thought, man, a rematch might be really interesting, and the fans might. But the fight was already several months ago, and the hype of it is already died down. And that's the attention span in today's world of sports and in life in general, be it music, entertainment, and what have you. So within a 2-month span, I think it's going to be difficult for Showtime to really build this fight up again. And not to say that I think it's going to do really poor on pay-per-view, but I really don't see it doing better than the first fight, or it being dramatically better than the first fight as far as sales are concerned. Now, now talks of the undercard are being mentioned now, and I think one fight that should be on that undercard to kind of maybe help push the sales with the boxing fans. Because let me tell you, the people who stream these fights, man, aren't the casual fans, it's the boxing fans. So, we're the hardest people to please. But I think an ideal fight that should be on that undercard is Kell Brook and Sean Porter. Especially if they have it on the East Coast, where Kell Brook, obviously is closer, to the UK, being in New York. I think he would have more of an outing of people going to the UK, or maybe coming from the UK to see that fight in New York. So I'm pretty sure they're thinking about that too, and I think that's a very I think a realistic fight to be made, and there was talks that Porter hasn't signed the contract yet. Maybe that's why. Or even a Broner versus Matisse fight. That would be another hell of an undercard fight. Or put them all three on there if they can afford it, which I don't think they could. I'm not gonna speak too much on it. I mean, because we still haven't gotten an official word, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna be hearing in the next couple days. Floyd Mayweather announcing, through an interview, and it's being, it's all over the internet now, and I think it's just a formality now that they're gonna announce Marcos Maidana versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I think I seen a Twitter post with Marcos Maidana saying that the negotiations are already taking place, and it's just a formality, and we're about to get it on. So stay tuned. Obviously, we're gonna be hearing more in the next couple of days, but as it stands, Floyd Mayweather, Marcos Maidana, September 13th, possibly at the Barclays Center. We still don't know yet. So as I always say, stay tuned, subscribe, hit the links, and I'll be back soon. Peace.